welcome. You are home. Make yourself comfortable.
All of the people around us, they say, can they be that close?
All righty.
Just let me state for the record.
Beautiful. Nice one. Come on in and tell us where in the world you are. And if you had one word for tonight, what would you like to feel at the end? Write it over there in the chat for me.
Everybody sing, sing it to me. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Living life is fun, and we just begun to get our share of this world's delight.
Nice one, my friends. What an honor. What an honor. Let's see what we've got. People from everywhere. Yes, yes, yes. Powerful, happy, clarity and confidence. We've got so many different locations. Hawaii, New York, Santa Clarita, California, Ontario. We got some freedom, some peace, some joy. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming. Thank you for making the time for yourself, for your practice tonight. We are going to drop deep into trusting the flow. And this is such a powerful call from our soul to trust that there is an intelligence guiding our life and that we can trust and that we can open our hands up to the universe, loosen our grip, and trust that we are being guided for the highest potential, the highest gift, the highest expression that serves our heart and our soul. And that is what we will be doing tonight. So I thank you for showing up. This is the live tapping experience. And one of the things that I really love about this community, if you are new to this community, welcome. We do this twice a month, and this is our practice. This is how we bring anything that's been going on in the world around us that we're struggling with. We bring it to the sacred altar. We pour love onto it, and we let that love dissolve, and we rise up and we take that energy out into our life with us. So that's what we're going to do here at the live tapping experience. To let you know what the flow is for the evening, we're going to do a little bit of breath work and set an intention together. So we create a field, we place that intention into the field, then we move into the tapping session, which will be for about an hour, where we are going to process any of the blocks that are stopping us from the intention that we have placed into the field. This is the time where you're going to feel a lot of emotion, and I encourage you to let yourself feel whatever is there. If it's messy, if it's painful, know that you are being held in a deep, profound, loving container, and every single emotion is welcome. Trust that you will get through that emotion the more you bring love to it. And by the end of the session, we're going to do something that is very unique to my style of teaching, which I call laughter tapping. We're basically going to bring on laughter for no reason. So we'll be tapping all over our body, and we're going to be laughing out loud for no reason. I'll put a little music on. You can unmute yourself. We'll hear the whole crew laughing together. It's very healing. And in that process, even if you don't feel like laughing, let yourself force yourself a little bit, because even when you don't feel like laughing and you laugh, it starts to bring all of those happy hormones into the brain. It floods the system and it supports the final wiring of your brain at the end of the session. So we'll go into that. If you really don't feel like laughing, that's totally okay. You can just sit and soak it up from everyone around you. And then after that, we'll do a little bit of sharing at the end. We'll talk about what some of our goals or wins were, or discovery, something that we learned, and we'll reflect that together as well. And that will be the night. So let's get started. To start off, if you have anything that might distract you, it's time to just turn those things off. If you want to take a photo and share it on social media, now is the time, because we want to turn off phones after that. So everyone wave, anyone that's taking a photo. We love you. Beautiful. So we can now let go of any of the distractions. We can really come into our safe container together. We'll close the door, grab a journal, grab a drink of water, and let yourself settle into the practice, because the more you give yourself the presence, the more you're going to go deeper and the better you'll feel at the end. Awesome. All right. So I'm going to play a little bit of music throughout the class as well. And to start with, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of breath work, as I mentioned. And this is a 4-part breath work session. So to do this, basically what we're going to do is we're going to do 4 breaths through the mouth. So we'll inhale 4 times. So and then we exhale 4 times. And then we go back again. So we're inhaling 4 times back, and then we exhale 4 times forward by clapping. And we do that as a rhythm. As we move with that breath, we imagine ourselves receiving the flow of the universe as we inhale. And on the exhale, we send out the flow to the universe, okay? And you can watch me, you can watch others. If you want to turn on your camera, you can turn your camera on. If you want to have it off, you can. It's up to you. So we're going to do this for a couple of minutes, and let's begin. Keep going with this breath. I'm going to turn the music up a little bit for us. All right. Let's go. Breath in, losing the energy as the breath Close your eyes while you're doing this breath. Close your eyes, tuning in your brows, and tune into your vision for tonight. What do you want to see? Tune into your vision as you do this breath. Have 20 more seconds here. Keep going. Coming in. 10 more seconds here. Take a big, deep breath in. Hold the breath. Hold your hands up. Hold that breath. Tune into that vision right now. What are you bringing in? What are you calling in from all dimensions? See that. Gently scrunch your face up for a moment. Take another big, deep breath. Exhale it all out. Blow it out through the mouth. In this space, I'd like you to take a moment and just write in the chat area, what is your vision for what you would like to create tonight? Go ahead and write that in the chat area. Beautiful. Peace and love, clarity, a new job, energy, joy and love, want to be comfortable, peace, no depression, happiness, support, appreciation, manifestation, clarity with my job, healing, energy, soft sleep, becoming a powerful decision maker, empowerment, compassion, money, healing, health, a flourishing woman's health practice, beautiful, self-love. My vision for tonight is allowing, letting full freedom to flow. Beautiful. Openness, self-exploration, positivity, control over food. Beautiful. No depression. Great. We've got a few people working through depression, which is always good with tapping because it's such a heavy emotion and we have to clear that out. Beautiful. Okay, so let's take a moment right now as you tune into the thing that you want to create and start massaging underneath the collarbone. We're going to do rounds, tapping on these points on our body. If you are new to tapping, just follow along with me. I'm going to be tapping on the points. I'm going to be giving you a call and response. So if I say a word and the word doesn't feel accurate for you, please go ahead and just change the word to match what you feel. If you don't know what you feel, then it's likely you are numb. So give the word a try that I will offer. Otherwise, you can follow along, tune into your own process and match the words that match and change the words that don't. Beautiful. So massaging underneath the collarbone. I want you to tune into this desire that you have, that you want to create. And as you tune into this desire right now, I want you to feel what the block is that's coming up. Feel what's there, what's been blocking you, what's been happening in your life, what's been taking place that's been blocking you from that. Where is the block happening? I want you to now tune into the block that's there. In tapping, we feel the block to heal the block. Beautiful. So tune into that feeling, allow yourself to feel it, let it be uncomfortable. It can be as uncomfortable as you want it to be. Take a big deep breath in and release a big sigh. Now writing in the chat area on a scale of 0 to 10, how intense has the block been? How uncomfortable has it been for you? And write that number into the chat area for me. Wow, a lot of 10s in a row there. Great. We're going to have plenty to work on. Okay, and then coming back to chatting after leaving your number there. Now repeating after me, even though I've been blocked here, just tell me how you've been blocked. I really want to trust the flow. Tapping the center of the chest and repeating after me. Even though I've been blocked from, and tell me what you've been blocked from or what's being holding you back in your life or what has the struggle been. Even though I've been blocked from, tell me what that is. And Laura and B, so 10 is the most intense, like I'm really triggered, and 0 would be I feel not triggered at all. Sometimes if you're really low at a number, it might be that you're numb. So your number may go up in the middle of the class and then it will go down again because you may not be as in touch with the block. Otherwise, if you feel pretty clear on it and the number's like a 3 or a 2, choose something else that is more triggering for you, because basically we want to choose something that's a really heavy thing and we want to bring that number down. So choose something that's really triggering. Beautiful. Tapping between the brows and then coming back to me and just really, I'll tell you when to go to the chat area. Now let's just really focus on your process. I have been feeling, what's the limiting emotion that's been coming up around this block for you? Say it out loud. I have been feeling. Tapping the temples about, and tell me what the issue is. Tapping the cheeks, and that's totally understandable. Tapping underneath the nose. I'm having trouble trusting the flow here. Tapping underneath the lips. Part of me has been really resisting here. And just feel into how you've been resisting reality, like you've been pushing up against it or trying to force it to change or denying the change or hiding or contracting. Tune into that resistance to really accepting what's going on. Tapping the center of the chest. Part of me is finding it hard to trust here. And if you are having any numbness in the circle, you may just want to say, even though I feel numb, and just really focus on the numb feeling. If I'm offering other feelings and there's numbness, then just give the numbness a feeling. Feel into the numbness, because we have to melt the numbness to get access to the other things. Beautiful. Now tune into that resistance that's right there, or tune into the numbness that's right there. Feel into the texture of what that is in your body. What does that feel like? Is it heavy? Is it sharp? Is it sticky? Is it oozing? What does it feel like that in your body right now? Tune into that. Lean into it and let your body really feel it right now. Let yourself be uncomfortable with it. Lean on the edge of that discomfort. Tune into that right now, and then take a big deep breath in and release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the front of the ribs. I'm going to put a little bit of music on now. Repeating after me, even though I've been struggling with the flow here. Tapping the ribs, I love and deeply accept myself. Tapping the side of the wrist, even though I'm finding it hard to surrender here. It's possible I'm still worthy of love. Tapping the side of the thumb. And even though part of me doesn't want to look at it, tapping the next finger because I'm afraid of what I might see. I love and deeply accept myself. Tapping the middle finger, and I can hide from looking at it if I want to. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. I can avoid looking at the issue if I want to. Tapping the little finger, but part of me really wants to heal it. Tapping the side of the hand. Part of me really wants to heal what? What do you want to heal? Tell me that out loud. Tapping the top of the head. It's possible if I look at it, I'll be able to heal it. Tapping between the brows. It's possible if I look at it, I'll be able to bring love to it. Tapping the temples. It's possible if I look at the block, I'll be able to transform it. Tapping the cheeks. I'm in a safe place to look at this now. And just really feel that right now. Feel the safety of the room that you're in, that you have this next hour to an hour and a half to really be with whatever's been coming up. Tapping underneath the nose. And feel into that safety right now and repeating after me, I'm in a safe place. Tapping underneath the lips. I'm in a safe place to look at what? Tell me what it is. Tapping the center of the chest. And I really want to clear this once and for all. Because all of this avoiding hasn't been helping. Tapping the front of the ribs, all of this procrastination hasn't been helping. I just want the clarity now. Tapping the side of the ribs, I want this to feel easier. Tapping the side of the wrist, I want to feel a deeper level of trust. Tapping the side of the thumb, and I'm ready to finally look at this. And just tune into any part of you that's like, oh, I don't know if I really want to look at this. Maybe I can go watch Netflix instead, or start scrolling on Instagram, or pretend it's not an issue, or whatever you do to try to avoid looking at it. I can avoid looking if I want to. Tapping the next finger, but it doesn't make it go away. Tapping the middle finger, the issue is still there. The issue is still there. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. The issue, and tell me what the issue is for you. Tapping the little finger, it's still there. Tapping the side of the hand, and I'm ready to heal this now. Tapping the top of the head, I'm ready to finally look at this. Tapping between the brows, I'm ready to open my eyes to this. Tapping the temples, I'm ready to see this more clearly. Tapping the cheeks, and I'm ready to clear out my fear around it. Let's say that again. I'm ready to clear out my fear around it. Take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Ah. Beautiful. Tapping underneath the nose. I'm ready to clear out my fear around what? Tell me what the issue is. Tapping underneath the lips. I'm in a safe place. And I don't need to hide anymore. I don't need to defend anymore. I'm in a safe place right now. Feel into any defending, any hiding, any protection mechanisms that you've been using. Feel how they've been arising in your life, in your relationships, in the things that you've been doing. Take a big, deep breath into those protection mechanisms right now and release a big sigh. Beautiful. I can let this go. Feel into what your protection mechanism is. And then just go ahead and write in the chat area, what is your protection mechanism? What do you do as a way to try to protect yourself? Do you hide? Do you fight back? Do you have some type of addictive habit? Do you numb in some kind of way? Do you avoid? What do you do? I have been, and just tell me out loud what you've been doing now while tapping on your chest. I've been avoiding. Tapping the front of the ribs. I've been going into confusion. Tapping the side of the ribs. I've been procrastinating. I've been avoiding. I've been isolating. I've been keeping myself too busy. I've been, and tell me what you've been doing now. Say it again. Tapping the side of the wrist, and I've been doing that a very long time. Whenever what happens, so what triggers this? What makes you isolate? What makes you avoid? What makes you have the anxiety attacks? What makes you protect yourself or try to defend yourself? What is it? Whenever what happens, tell me what you do. Whenever and tell me what the protection mechanism is. Tapping the side of the thumb. But it's not really making me feel safe. All of this protection is actually making it worse. Tapping the next finger. It's creating more of what I don't want. And just tune in how when you use that protection mechanism, it actually attracts more of what you don't want. It highlights the thing even more. And tune into how that's making it worse for you. And just feel into how that feels as it gets worse and worse the more you do that. Lean into and just hold it in some compassion right now. Hold it in some empathy, like you're just trying to protect yourself. Hold it in some understanding right now. Take a big, deep breath into that compassionate love for you just trying to take care of yourself. Release a big sigh. Tapping the middle finger. It's possible I'm worthy of love here. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger, and I'm ready to finally heal this. Tapping the little finger, even if it means looking at it. Tapping the side of the hand. I'm ready to look at this now. Take another big, deep breath into whatever it is. Feel it, lean into the discomfort of it. Bring your full compassionate awareness to the sensations of how it's been feeling in your body, the texture of it. Feel it in your body right now. Feel what that feels like while tapping. Take a big, deep breath into the discomfort and release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the top of the head. I love and deeply accept myself. Tapping between the brows, exactly as I am. And I'm bringing my love there now. I'm looking at it now. Tapping the cheeks. I'm in a safe place to look at it now. Okay, so are you ready to really go there with me, to really drop a little bit deeper and see if we can really heal it from the root? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to do that. Beautiful. Okay. So I want you to just feel into that block, that protection mechanism, the struggle that's been going on. And I want you to feel what that feels like right now. Feel all the discomfort of it. And as you feel the discomfort, feel into the thoughts that come up in your mind around it, like I'm not good enough, I'm going to get hurt, my needs don't matter, it's too hard, what if? Tune into some of the thoughts that you've been thinking. I've been thinking. Tell me the thoughts out loud. Tapping underneath the nose. I've been thinking. Tell me those thoughts again. Tapping underneath the lips. And I've been thinking that for a really long time. So I want you to tell me the first time that pops into your mind right now that you remember thinking those same thoughts and struggling in a similar way. So whatever your earliest memory is that pops up right now is exactly where you're supposed to be putting your attention. Okay, so tune into that memory right now. Feeling into that memory right now. Tapping the center of the chest and repeating after me. It all started when? Tell me when this started for you. Say it out loud. Tell me what the memory was, what was going on in your life. It all started when? And who was involved in that situation? Tell me who was involved with you. Tapping the front of the ribs. And what was taking place in that memory? Tell me out loud what was happening. I was, and then this happened, and then they said this. Tell me as if you're telling a story right now. Tell me what that is. And how did that make you feel when that happened? That made me feel what? Tell me what it made you feel. It made me feel. Tapping the side of the ribs. It made me believe what? What did it make you believe, that memory? It made me believe I wasn't good enough. It made me believe my needs didn't matter. It made me believe I had to struggle for success. Tapping the side of the wrist. It made me believe what? It made me believe. Say what it made you believe. And I've been believing that ever since. Tapping the side of the thumb. And the worst part about this was what? What was the worst part for you? What was the part that just really hurt so hard? The worst part was, tell me what that is out loud. Tapping the next finger. That's when I really disconnected to myself. Tapping the next finger. That's when I really disconnected from the flow. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. That's when I disconnected from trust. Because I wasn't getting my needs met. Tapping the little finger. What I really needed was what? What did you need in that situation that would have helped you? I really needed and then just go ahead and write that in the chat area for me. What did you really need in that situation? And then coming back to tapping, I really needed love. I needed peace. I needed compassion. I needed help. Tapping the top of the head. I needed respect. I needed attention. I needed understanding. Tapping between the brows. I really needed, I want you to voice it out loud right now. I want you to claim what you needed right now. Let the whole universe know what you needed. I really needed. Tapping the temples. And I was worthy of it. I was worthy of what? What were you worthy of? Tapping the cheeks. And I really needed that. And I forgive myself for believing I wasn't. Tapping underneath the nose. I forgive myself for doubting who I was. Tapping underneath the lips. I forgive myself for thinking I wasn't worthy. Tapping the center of the chest. I forgive myself for shutting down. Tapping the front of the ribs. I forgive myself for freaking out. Tapping the side of the ribs. I forgive myself for all of the confusion. I didn't have someone there to guide me. I really needed what? What did you need? Tapping the side of the wrist, and I didn't get it. Instead, I got what? What did you get? Tapping the side of the thumb. From who? Tapping the next finger. When I really wanted them to give me what? Tapping the next finger. But they didn't know how. They didn't know how to give me what? Tapping the opposite side of the next finger, because they weren't giving it to themselves. So tune into whatever that situation was, whatever happened. Tune into how they couldn't give you that thing because they didn't even know how to give it to themselves. Because no one gave it to them, and no one gave it to the person before them, and the person before them, all the way down the lineage. And everyone struggling, trying to get it. And just send some forgiveness to yourself right now for the struggle trying to get that one thing. Tapping a little finger. Take a big, deep breath. Release a big sigh.
We know full well there's just time.
And I want you to see that person right now in front of you who couldn't give that to you.
So is it wrong to dance this line?
And I want you to imagine you can speak to them right now about what happened, what you needed from them.
Could you give?
And I want you to imagine yourself right now in that memory, your higher self coming into it and holding the younger self right now. And I want you to feel your higher self there with your younger self. And I want you to feel your love holding that earlier version of you right now.
Don't give me up.
And I want you to feel all of the love from your higher self, all of the compassion, all of the understanding, all of the care, all of the wisdom, all the empathy, all the understanding right now.
How unfair, it's just our love.
I want you to feel their love surrounding that younger version of you right now.
Found something real that's out of
For all
time.
the suffering that you went through as a result of that.
But if you'd search the whole wide world,
And I want you to feel all of that love coming into that early version of you right now.
to let it go.
And then take a big, deep breath, release a big sigh.
'Cause what about angels?
Take another big
They will
breath
come,
in,
they will
release a
go
big
make
sigh.
us special.
And I want you to now hold that earlier version of you in your arms. And I want you to feel that earlier version of you getting a great big hug right now. And I want you to feel the safety, the protection, the care, the attention, the presence, the availability of your higher self and the love that is present with you right now. Take a big deep breath into that right now. Release a big sigh. Tapping the top of the head. I love and deeply accept myself. Tapping between the brows exactly as I am. Tapping the temples. And I want you to feel right now, I want you to feel your higher self there with you in that moment. And I want you to feel them looking at you in the eyes. And I want you to see them looking into your eyes right now.
Stay with me, 'cause you're all I need. This ain't love, it's clear to see. Darling, stay with me.
And I want you to take a big, deep breath right now. Release a big sigh. Tapping the temples. And what do they want to say to you right now as your higher self looks at you in the eyes? What is the message from your higher self right now? I want you to feel the message that they want to tell you right here, right now. What is the message? They're telling me what? What are they telling you? Take a big, deep breath into that message. Release a big sigh. Tapping underneath the nose. I'm receiving this message now. I'm receiving this message. Tell me what the message is, and then take a big, deep breath and release a big sigh. Tapping the center of the chest. I want you to feel that message right now in your life. And what gets to happen in your life when you allow that message to sink in deeper? Who do you get to be if you allow that message to drop deep inside your being right now? Who do you get to become? What do you get to step into? Who do you get to choose to be? What do you create in your life if you let that message sink deeply inside your being? I get to be what? Tell me what you get to be. Say it out loud. Beautiful. Tapping the front of the ribs. I'm ready to create. Tell me what you're ready to create. Tapping the side of the ribs. I'm ready to trust myself. Tapping the side of the wrist, and I'm ready to let go of the struggle now. I'm ready to let go of the struggle now. And I want you to claim it. This is your invitation deep inside. Tapping the side of the thumb. I'm ready to let go of the struggle now. Tapping the next finger because it is not helping me. Tapping the next finger, the chaos. Tapping the next finger, the avoidance. The little finger, the anger. The side of the hand, the regret. Top of the head, the pain. Between the brows, the struggle. It's not helping me. It's not helping me. Let's recognize that together. That whatever you've been going through, however you've been pushing against, however you've been struggling, however you've been against the process, feel how that struggle isn't helping your freedom. Feel how it is not helping your power. Take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Tapping the temples. I'm ready to be free. Tapping the cheeks. I'm ready to let go. Feel the invitation for a deep surrender right now. I'm ready to fully let go right now. And feel into any parts that have been holding, any parts that have been grasping, any parts that have been tight, or any parts that have been firm, any parts that won't let go, any parts that are struggling, any parts that are justifying, any parts that are trying to prove, any parts that are trying to push, any parts that are trying to make something happen, any parts that are holding you back from the full surrender, the full letting go, the full opening, the full peace, the full power, the full you. Feel it right now. Feel what is holding you back from that. Feel it in your system. Feel how it is stopping you. Take a big, deep breath in and release a big sigh into the universe. Another big, deep breath into it, right in there. Go for it, breathe into it. The discomfort, the pain, the holding on, the doubt. Feel it. Take a big, deep breath in. Open it up. Open it up. Take a big, deep breath. Tapping underneath the nose. I can trust here. Feel the trust in your being. Tapping underneath the lips. I can trust here. Take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Tapping the center of the chest. Feel anything that's been holding on right now. Just gently tapping your chest. Take a big, deep breath. Feel it all melting away right now. Just melting away from your being right now. Big, deep breath. Repeating after me, I'm letting go. Tapping the front of the ribs. I'm in a safe place to let go now. I am taken care of. The universe is taking care of me. Feel that right now. Feel the whole universe holding you.
This is your mother's blessing.
Feel the benevolence of the universe holding you right now.
May you never forget God.
Take a big deep breath in, release a big sigh.
Even for a moment.
Tapping the side of the ribs.
Forever.
I can trust now.
The Lord of the universe.
Tapping the side of the wrist. I can trust my life. And close your eyes right now. Feel the whole universe holding you. Feel the whole universe supporting you. Feel the seed of the universe inside of your being, wanting to grow, wanting to blossom right now. And now imagine that seed being watered from the universe, that seed inside you is being watered right now. And feel that plant, that flower growing through the central column of your being, rising up. Take a big deep breath, release a big sigh. What does the universe want for you? The universe wants for me. Tell me what it is. And if you're sobbing, just let yourself sob. There's a release happening. There's an opening happening. The tears allow spaciousness. You will not sob forever, but you will sob and you will release. Tapping the side of the thumb. The universe wants what for me. Tell me what it is. And if you allow yourself to have that in your life right now, what will you create? I can create. Tell me what that is. I can create. Tell me what it is. Tapping the middle finger. And I'm ready to create what? Tell me what you're ready to create. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. And I'm allowing this to be easy now. Feel this invitation. Feel the direction of this. I'm allowing this to be easy now. Tapping the little finger. I'm allowing this to be easy now. Tapping the side of the hand. I'm allowing this to be easy now. Take a big deep breath into that. Call in the ease. Release a big sigh. Tapping the top of the head. I'm allowing this to be easy now. Say it again. Tapping between the brows. I'm allowing this to be easy now. Say it again. And I want you to imagine this now effortlessly falling into place as you surrender. And I want you to feel what it would feel like as you allow the grace of the universe to guide the situation as you continue to surrender and trust. Feel that trust right now that everything is working for you. Take a big deep breath into that. Release a big sigh. Tapping the cheeks. And I want you to tell me out loud what would be happening in your life if this was no longer an issue. Tell me out loud right now. I would be, tell me what would be happening. I would be, tell me again. I would be, tell me once again, what would be happening? Describe the situation, describe how you get to show up, describe how it feels. I would be, and that would feel what? Tapping underneath the nose. And this can be easier than I think. Tapping underneath the lips. I would be, tell me what it is that you would be doing. If this was no longer an issue, I would be, tell me again. Tapping the center of the chest. If this was no longer an issue, what would you be doing? I would be. Say it out loud. And I want you to get detailed with it. I want you to describe detail by detail what you would be doing. I would be doing this, and then I would do that. And then what would it feel like as you get to do that? It would feel. What are the top 3 positive emotions right now? Say them out loud. It would feel really natural. It would feel loving. It would feel inspired. I would feel capable. I would feel turned on. I would feel. Tell me what you would feel. And then go ahead and write it in the chat area for me. It would feel. Tell me what that would feel like. Tapping the front of the ribs. And I want you to imagine yourself in that right now, because the imagination is what helps create it. So imagine yourself in the picture. You're doing that. You're watching that unfold. You're feeling how good that feels. You're feeling how easeful, how whole, how holy it feels. How purposeful, how empowered, how joyful, how protected, how cherished. How comfortable, how natural, how happy, how stable it feels. Go in and feel all of those positive emotions right now. Feel how they would feel in your body right now. Feel them from the toes all the way up your legs into your knees. Feel those positive feelings in your legs, in your hips, in your belly. Feel them in your chest. Feel them in your shoulders and your arms. Feel how they make your body relaxed and open and spacious. Feel it in your throat, in your chest, in your heart. Feel it all over your body right now. Feel how good that feels. And now expand how good that feels by 50%. Like now every cell in your body is vibrating with that. Feel that right now. Feel all of that vibrating. Now expand it by 50%. Expand how good that feels. Feel the rising energy of it, that it's getting better and juicier and more delicious and more profound. Expand it by 100%. Tapping the side of the ribs. And now imagine all of that goodness of it being done. It is so. You're having fun with it. You are meant to do it. You were designed for it. This is your life now. Imagine it overflowing into your life. Feel all of that goodness flowing out into your life right now. Expand it by 100%. Like how good can you allow it to feel right now? How much can you allow it to expand the power of your love? How much can it touch the world around you? Feel how it shines into your relationships unconditionally. Feel how it affects the possibilities in the world around you. Feel it all expanding more and more and more and more and more right now. Take a big deep breath into that expansion and release a big sigh. Tapping the side of the wrist. I'm letting this expand my life. Tapping the side of the thumb. This is who I truly am. Tapping the next finger. This is who I came to the planet to be. Tapping the next finger. I love and celebrate myself. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. All of my needs are met. Tapping the little finger. I am saying yes to life. Tapping the side of the hand. I'm letting life celebrate through me. Tapping the top of the head. I'm letting it be fun. Okay, so I want you to imagine how fun it can be. I want you to put fun into the game. I want you to imagine what you would be doing if it was really fun. What would be happening if it was really fun? Describe what makes it so fun. It's so fun because, tell me why it's so fun. It's so fun because, tell me why. Tapping the temples. It is so fun because, tell me why. And why else is it fun? It's so fun because, and then go ahead and write it in the chat area. It's so fun because I get to be myself, because there's no more stress, because I can enjoy it, because I can work with my senses, I can be myself. Tapping underneath the lips, because I can be relaxed, because I can be carefree, because I'm letting go of worry right now. Okay, are you ready? Whatever final strand is there right now that's still holding you on to the contraction, whatever excuse is there right now, I want you to feel what that is, because that's what's actually separating you from the fun. The worry separates you from the fun. The concern separates you from the fun. So tune into the worry, tune into the final holding, whatever it is for you. What is that final piece? Tune into how that's actually taking the fun away. And tune into what that feels like right now. Lean into that, recognizing as you open it up, more fun is available. Lean into the holding. Take a big, deep breath into it and release a big sigh. Tapping the front of the ribs. I'm letting go of, and tell me the final piece right now. I'm letting go of. Tapping the side of the ribs so I can have fun. Tapping the side of the wrist. I'm letting go of. What is that final piece for you? So I can have fun. Take a big, deep breath into it. Release a big sigh. Let's come back to tapping on the center of the chest. This time I want you to feel any final pieces. This is going to be one final hurrah. This is your opportunity to fully let it go right here, right now. Tune into any final holding, any type of agitation, any kind of justification, any kind of proving, any kind of game, any kind of yeah but. Feel it right now. Feel whatever it is. Lean into it. Scrunch your whole face together. Let your whole body be tight with it. Feel it completely. Let it be there. Lean into the discomfort of it. And then take a big, deep breath right into it right there. And then release a big sigh on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. another big deep breath. Take another big deep breath in. Keep your tongue out. Big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping all over your body. I want you to tell yourself 10 affirmations right now about what you get to do and how fun it gets to be. I can. What do you get to do with your life? What do you get to be? Who do you get to be? Just tap all over your body. 10 affirmations right now. Beautiful. Love this. Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Take a big, deep breath in. Release a big sigh. Okay, we're going to do one final thing to close out the tapping portion of the class. I'm going to give you all permission right now to unmute yourself if you like. We're going to move into some laughter tapping, as I mentioned at the start. If you want to just laugh for no reason, it will help produce those happy chemicals. It might feel a little weird at the start, but give it a go. Are you ready? Okay. And tapping all over the body as we do this. And go. Take a long, deep breath in. Hold the breath. Hold a ball around you. Hold the breath. Feel any final fragments just dropping to the floor right now. Any final fragments, feel them just drop to the floor. Take another slight little breath in. Hold the field. Feel everything expanding out. Everything becoming bigger. Slowly exhaling through the mouth.
Feel you,
Mother,
I feel you under my feet.
in the soil.
Father, I hear your heartbeat within me.
Universe and the stars.
My spirit
Lighting you up.
flies free.
Feeling the roots of your feet in the soil. Rising to the sunshine. Feeling the elements around you.
Carry me home. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Father, I hear your heartbeat within me. My spirit flies free.
Feeling the space inside your being.
Carry me home. Carry me home.
Taking another big, deep breath in.
Carry me home.
Feeling the effortless nature, supported by the cosmos, a child of the universe, perfectly supported. Taking one more deep breath in. Exhale, release. Feeling the space right now in your being. And feel this space, this openness, this trust that there is so much supporting you right now. There's so much love. And that love is holding you. And feel into any message from this space within your being, from your higher self right now, any message that wants to come through. And tuning into what that message is right now. Feeling that message in your being. And go ahead and write that message from your higher self into the chat area. You have everything you need. It is all inside of you. You are enough. You are moving home. I am love. I can feel true love in every moment. Trust yourself. You got this. Believe in myself. I am loved. I am worthy. You are held. No need to try so hard. Communication with love. What would life be like if I knew I was a child of God? You are loved. You are worthy. This is your life. Love, no one else's. Let it be easy. Surrender to the divine flow. I am safe. Let go and trust God. I am worthy. Beautiful. And I would love for you to now write into the chat area, what did you start with in terms of your intensity of the thing that you were struggling with? What was the number at the start? And what number is it for you right now? Robbie, beautiful, down to a 0, down to a 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 6, 2, 3. Beautiful, beautiful. A lot of numbers below the 3s. 6, 4. Beautiful. So if your number came down in this session, which I'm seeing everyone's has, and a lot of you dramatically dropped, wherever you are now in the number is really just the area that just needs more love. And that's all it is. And tapping is a process that allows you just to go to those places that are scared or that feel like they need to justify or compete or have some type of game, and just give them love. So know that you can come back to this process as many times as you want and continue to give more and more love, and the layers will continue to be pulled off layer by layer, and then more space and more openness and more trust and more flow continues to embody through your life, and you continue to remember more and more that is who you truly are. And so we did a process tonight where we were able to really work through a lot of those earlier imprints that got wired inside of the brain that told us to think that we weren't worthy. And we got to bring them love and then realize that, hey, actually, we are worthy. And when we truly know on a very deep level in our being that we are worthy, anything is truly possible. Sorry. So anything is available, and we have an opportunity to do that through this practice. So what I would like to do right now is I would love to give anyone an opportunity to share what their gem of wisdom is. What did they gain? What did they discover? What did they learn through the tap tonight? Was it something through a memory that arose? Was it a message that came from your higher self? Was it a part of you that needed to be healed, that helped you realize something? And what did you realize? So if you have something that came through tonight that you'd love to share, I'll invite you just to raise your hand, and then I'll bring you up and we can talk about it and you can share. And one of the beautiful things about this is when you share what your discovery was, you actually share it with everyone, and everyone else gets to discover that for themselves as well, because we're all discovering the same things, like, because we're all human, we're all learning the same pieces of wisdom at different times through our journey. So, okay, we've got Joanne here. Let's see if she wants to come on up. Hi, Joanne.
Hi. Thank you so much. I started as a 6 and I actually went to a 10 while we were tapping, and many tears. But I feel like a 0 right now. I realize that my higher power has always been with me, and I've never been alone. It's always been there. And I'm safe.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for sharing this with us, Joanne. And yes, you are safe. And thank you for being willing to allow yourself to go through the denumbing aspect of the class as well, because sometimes that's exactly what happens. We start on a number and then we really give ourselves permission to feel it, and the number can go way up and you're like, wow, I'm really feeling it. And then you can sob and you can cry and you can let it out, and then there's space to feel again, and there's space to feel open after that. And what a journey to really have that whole arc as well. So thank you for being courageous. Thank you for sharing with us and for being courageous on your own journey tonight. Just such a deep honor.
Thank you. I was ready to let this go.
Yeah, yes, you were. Oh, blessings to you, sister. Awesome. Okay. Tina, would you like to jump in?
Hi. So for me, tonight I did a lot of crying and still feel really emotional, but I realized that I haven't been able to be myself ever in my life until these recent years. And I'm trying so hard to step into that. And I'm so afraid, but I know what my calling is. And I have so much fear about not being enough, that people will judge me and not accept me.
Oh, wow, sister. This is such deep work. And I'm sure during your journey tonight, as you went through some of the memories, I'm sure you probably did some real deep work with the early childhood, whether it was people that raised you that probably didn't feel worthy themselves. And so giving yourself that opportunity to heal that part of yourself, and then the deeper layers as you continue along this work, which is what I teach in some of my coaches trainings, is really doing the ancestral work as well, because so much of it is passed down through the lineages. And forgiving ourselves is always the first step, and then being able to reach out and say, wow, the people that made me believe this, oh, they were in pain as well. And now I can hold them in compassion. And now I can hold the lineage in compassion. And it's just so much deep work. And as you do that, you get to heal it for yourself and then the future generations. So whether that be your children or your children's children, or people in your life and the culture, and through the way you share with people in your life, it gets to pass down and change a new imprint for everyone. So thank you for allowing yourself to feel and recognizing that it's a process, and you just keep peeling off those layers and it gets easier, and you keep remembering that you are worthy and that you are loved and that you are safe to be yourself. So, and this is a great example that you put your hand up to share tonight, because it takes confidence to really share how you're feeling and to let yourself be seen and let yourself be vulnerable, and you're doing it. So I just really commend you on all of your courage. Yeah. Yeah. Bless you, sister. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, Hope, would you like to come up and share something?
Hello.
Hi, Hope.
Hi, Jennifer. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. What did
I
you
just
discover?
I just wanted to say you actually just touched on exactly what I felt. I just felt both of my parents and like their pain and my grandparents' pain. And to be able to forgive myself and them is such a relief. Thank you. I appreciate you a lot.
Yeah, thank you for doing the deep work, and it's really beautiful. Whether our parents are alive or whether they've passed is something that really is profound that I've noticed in this work. When we're able to forgive our parents or the lineage that passed down the pain, there's like a huge opening that happens in the field, not only in how we relate to life, but our relationships start to change as well. Because so much of the time when we picked up pain and we didn't process that, we end up bringing it into our relationships with others. And when we clear it from the core of where it began, then our relationships in our life also change as well. Not to mention the relationships with the people who we first initially had the pain with too. So it's just such deep work to really be able to bring some of that forgiveness in. And thank you for really doing that and for doing it for your lineage and for humanity.
I want a better life for my children, so I'm all for it. I want to feel everything, and I want to be able to teach them that like life doesn't have to be a struggle. It's like life's meant to be joyful, and we're put on this earth to have joy and happiness. And to me, it starts with me now to make it better for them, so then they can teach their children.
Yeah. And we all just keep doing our best, and then they will take it to the next level, and then their children will take it to the next level, and before we know it, we have such a thriving humanity. So thanks for playing your part, and just even the intention that you have to make it better for them, just that intention shows them that intention as well. So by you embodying the intention, teaches them to have the intention. So thank you so much for all that you do. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you a lot.
Oh, thank you, sister. Beautiful. All right, we'll do a couple more. Jane, do you want to come up?
Yeah, I just want to say that I have some hope now. I have some hope from the tapping. I've been feeling pretty down, depressed. So somehow I feel like I can keep going on. I have hope that I can keep doing what I need to do to get well.
Yes.
I started yawning, and that was really surprising during the tapping. So yeah, so thank you. Thank you. It's different than how I would have done this, but thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Jane. And some of the symptoms that come up when we do tap, yawning is one of the main things that happen to a lot of people. So there's yawning, crying, burping, hiccuping, shivers, sometimes even farting happens. So there's all sorts of things, because we're working on the body, because we're stimulating the body, working on the mind, we're rewiring the brain waves, we're rewiring the thought patterns. And then we're working on the spirit through the love, through the compassion, through remembering that we're connected to infinity. And all of that comes in, and it's like moving at hyper speed. And so you start to what they call off gas, whereas a lot of energy. And sometimes you might even find that you get tired in a session because emotion can be really heavy. And what the emotion is sometimes doing when you get sleepy is it's trying to shut you off. It thinks it's protecting you by shutting you down so that you don't have to look at it. So if you ever do get really sleepy, then you can do really big yawns and stretch your mouth open. You can stand up, and that helps you move the energy, especially if you're working through depression, because depression can have a lot of really heavy energy with it. You might start yawning a lot or getting a little bit woozy and sleepy. So in those instances, you can take some really deep breaths as well and start clearing it out in that way. But it's actually a really positive sign that you are yawning. It means that you're moving the energy, and it really makes my heart feel really happy to hear that you're having hope. And we can keep coming back and doing this. We're doing this twice a month. So I'm here for you. And we'll also be sending you the replay as well so that you can do it again if you want. So,
okay.
yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jane. Beautiful. And Willem, would you like to share something?
Sure. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, you're not alone, Jane. I was yawning too a couple times. Tried to hide it a bit, but not so well. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of different types of therapies over the last couple months, about a year, I guess now, but didn't quite hit on some of what's popped up tonight. I sort of realized a lot of the lack of self-love for myself sort of stems from my parents just not really being around. I mean, my father died. I don't even remember him. So it's one of those things where I ended up blaming them and then sort of going, if they don't love and care about me, why should I love and care about me? Gotta, which is, I guess, figuring out where that started kind of helps for moving forward, fixing it. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Willem. And thank you for sharing that. And so much of the time when we're young, we don't understand. And then even when we get older, we might intellectually understand. We might say, oh, well, if my parents abandoned me, or if my parents didn't show up for me earlier on, we might believe that they didn't love us or that we are unworthy of love. And then later on, we might psychologically say, oh, well, they just had issues. But because the beliefs get set in when we're really young, when we don't fully understand, and they get wired, especially between the ages of 0 and 6, they start to just dictate our perception of reality, even if we can conceptually understand that maybe they just weren't able to because of their situation. And so the power with this kind of work is it allows us to tap into some of that early stuff and say, oh, where did I really pick that up? Where did it really come from? How can I hold those earlier fragments in a space of love? And sometimes when the trauma or the pain happens so young, it can be like a distant memory, like, oh, I feel like something happened there, or I feel like I picked up a thought, but I don't quite have the memory. You're kind of scrambling the dark trying to find it. And through tapping, you can just start on the sensations. And after a while, specific memories, like you mentioned, like there were some things that popped up that you hadn't thought of, the subconscious starts to open and deliver memories that were either numbed out or that you had forgotten. And I've seen that happen in my own life. When I started to heal my early sexual trauma, I had a lot of numbed out memories from before 6 years old. and being able to, and as a result of the trauma, I had a lot of beliefs and a lot of PTSD that was like rippling out. And through the process of tapping, I was able to start to access some of those memories and hold some of those deeper traumas in a space of love, or some of those deeper memories. And as a result, start to see my life today change, and the PTSD and some of the symptoms that I was having as a result of that, and had had for a very long time, start to disappear as well. So thank you for going on that journey and knowing that you're on that journey now, and it does get easier. And the more you can just do this work to bring it love, it will get easier and easier, and there'll be more space for you to really love yourself the way that you truly deserve, that you've always deserved. Yeah.
Thanks for guiding me on that.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. Yeah, beautiful. So we have space for one more. Alicia, would you like to share?
Yes, I would. I want to say first, I want to say thank you. Thank you for taking the time, giving your time to think of us and not of just of yourself. This is a selfless act, and I'm truly grateful to you. I want to start by saying nothing too much holds my interest, as I'm just naturally anxious and have to move around and can't sit still long enough. But I was truly engaged, and it was really rewarding. I've been feeling a lot of numbing sensation in my face and my eyes, jumping, my nerves all over the place, because I'm under a lot of stress, tremendous amount of stress. But I know realize, as I was doing the tapping, I was able to take myself away. It helped me take myself away from being focused, because I'm always focused on what I'm feeling, what my body is feeling. I've been experiencing anxiety for since I was 15, and I'm almost 59. And I've lived in constant fear throughout my life. Traumatic life since I was probably around 4. So it's like, it's been hard. I lost my son to murder 3 years ago. So and my mom, who was my best friend, transitioned also in 2019. So I've been going through a whole lot. But as I'm going through this journey to freedom from my past and moving forward to my present, and trusting the process, I just know there's some things that I have to let go in order to do that. And I've been talking about tap into my children. I've heard about it last year, about a year and a half ago, and I've been in therapy for some many years throughout my life, and nothing really seems to work, because it's not nothing that they're doing, but it's just me letting go of these things. But tapping seems to help. And my daughter, who is just been having some real experiences with anxiety all the time, to the point where they thought was thinking about hospitalizing her. I was telling her too about the tapping. And my son, he had his first experience with anxiety like 2 weeks ago, so he's been really feeling anxious and really, so I said, well, no, I'm telling them about this, so I really need to get an experience. And and I believe in the universe will take care of us. There's a higher power, higher than ourselves, who guides you. And then I was fooling around, because I can't sit still, and I'm on Facebook and I'm on social media, and boom, you popped up. It popped up that this tapping session was happening, and I'm like, God, you really know. And so I'm just so thankful, to you, and I'm thankful for everyone who's on this platform and who shared. And because we all are looking for peace, we all are looking for peace. But God bless you all, and I'm delighted, and I'm looking forward to this experience and experiencing more of this.
Wow, Alicia, thank you so much. I just am holding in so much adoration right now. Thank you for your share, and what a journey you have been through, and the courage that must have taken and continues to take to walk the journey that you've been through, and to find the tools along the way to seek out the peace that you deserve and that you're worthy of, and then to bring your family along with you. Wow. That is so commendable. And I am so happy that we are here together. And Anxiety attacks used to be something that I suffered from as well, and tapping has been a huge support for that. So I'm really happy that you're using the technique and you're sharing it and that it's helping you. So I look forward to sharing many more with you as well. Yeah.
Thank
Beautiful.
you.
Yeah, wonderful. So my loves, I would love to keep chatting with you all. Gosh, it just makes my heart feel so happy to feel us growing as a community. And I want you to know that I'm here for you. We're doing these events twice a month. So it's the 2nd and the 4th Wednesday of every month. So we would love you to continue to come, tell your friends, share it with your family. Let's create a beautiful community together and let's spread this work around the world. This work really is my life. It's my pay it forward because of how profound it's been in my own healing journey. And I just really love sharing it with others. I do coaches trainings as well. So if you're ever interested in doing a deeper training, we open that up once a year, which will be happening in August. And it's ways to go deeper. But you'll be getting more of these, and please reach out either by email, let us know how you experienced it. The replay will be coming out on Friday, and I just really look forward to connecting again and again. And I'm wrapping you all in my love right now, and I'm wishing you sweet dreams, or if you're waking up and the day is rising, have a beautiful day, and we'll see you all very soon again. Okay, bye for now.